Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So people are always asking me what's on your vision board. If you had unlimited amount of money, what would you add to your collection? And boy, do I have a list for you. Well, first and foremost, my favorite dream car to add to collection is a Bugatti. Not just any Bugatti, a certain Bugatti that was gifted to Shah of Iran, and it's I think 1939 Type 57 SC, and it's at Peterson Museum. I've seen the car twice, and for obvious reasons, from Iran. But not only that, it's a real one-of-one that was made by Bugatti and was given to Shah of Iran for his as a wedding present. So it's a gorgeous car. Don't get me wrong, but one of these days. Second car on the list would be McLaren F1. Obviously, it's the godfather of a speed. First car that broke the speed limit, 240 miles an hour, over 3 decades ago, and it would be great to set it next to my Speedtail. Third car, those are probably the two expensive cars, by the way. Third car, I would say the Ferraris. I don't have any Ferraris, but since I named my son Enzo, I absolutely don't have a choice. I gotta buy an Enzo at some point. And then why stop at Enzo? I would love a F40. For you guys that don't know, I used to have an F40 back in 2005, and I regret selling it. And I'm definitely gonna add an F40 if I'm getting an Enzo, as well as a LaFerrari. And then a LaFerrari, all I'm missing from the Trinity, from the P1 LaFerrari, is a 918, which I used to have. I sold it for a great profit, but they're back down in price, so I may soon add a 918. And then aside from adding that Shah's Bugatti as a classic, an ultimate classic car, in my opinion, is a doozy. Duesenberg used to be the billionaire's sports car, and it's probably one of the first cars that broke the 130 miles an hour. I could be wrong, but I think they did 130 miles an hour back in the 30s. Imagine that. An amazing classic craftsmanship American-made car that did 130 miles an hour 70, 80 years ago. That's crazy. That's a must-have. Of course, a great one that's been restored, you're looking at probably $7 to $10 million. So that one's gonna have to wait. Now let's talk about modern supercars. Obviously, Lamborghini Gran Turismo, Bugatti Bolide, the McLaren Gran Turismo. Those three come to mind. As you guys know, I'm really about modern, futuristic designs, and those three fit right in with my collection. And I've always dreamed of having a Zonda R. Wow, just the sound of that car. Of course, I'll get arrested before I make it to my lunch, but I don't mind it. Another car I've always loved, it's almost classic now. It's the Maserati Mc12. It's got an Enzo engine, but it's got that gorgeous wide body, big wing in the back, and it's just like really cool. It almost looks like a race car, but also so well defined. Of course, you can't forget the SLR Moss. I love the SLRs. SLR Moss and an SLR 722S, which I used to have one, and I sold it because I doubled my money. Damn it. Of course, you appreciate things once they're gone. I should have kept it. Yeah, another thing I love about the SLR Moss is just so unique. It's got such a long hood and no windshield. So imagine driving that with really cool goggles and a helmet and just going for some tacos. Since we're on the subject of things you regret about selling, I also would love to add a Carrera GT back to my collection. Again, I sold my yellow one. I doubled my money, and I got an offer I couldn't refuse, but I sure regret that now. I'll definitely be looking out for a great deal on a Carrera GT. If you guys come across a great deal on a Carrera GT or any of these cars, actually no, I take that back. I'm not ready to buy all those cars. But Carrera GT and an SLR 722S, I'll buy right now. If you find a great deal, email me at youtube@mannykoshbin.com. I'll definitely treat you to a nice test drive. Now, how about some more concept, guys? The one that is stuck into my head was at Pebble Beach 2 years ago. It was a Bentley, I think XP100. It had the longest doors I've ever seen, and obviously was extremely futuristic. The seats kind of swap and turn. I don't know, it just looked like an alien, a spaceship. I just fell in love with it. And the doors were like 10-12 feet long, and they opened up kind of like coin-and-stick doors. Pretty cool. All right, guys, this was very depressing to think of all these beautiful cars. I got long ways to go, guys, but never give up. I am sure in my lifetime I'll add everything I told you guys to my collection. So with that, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and be safe, be well. And remember, email me if you got any good deals. People always ask me how I made my money. You see the Bugattis, Paganis, and McLarens, I've got it all from doing real estate. I've been doing that for 30 years. Buying, selling over $800 million. And now I'm here to teach you, because you got to learn it to earn it. So check out the links below and see you there.